Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. It's another week and there's another superhero movie on the big screen. This time around it's Deadpool 2, a sequel to the 2016 kind of classic movie. Has it got to that stage yet? A movie that certainly shot adrenaline into the superhero franchise by giving us this R-rated hero who was self-referential, poked fun at other movie tropes, didn't take itself seriously and was really kind of out there with its violence and its gore in a kind of tongue-in-cheek way. And we get this sequel here which is a little bit more amped up than the first one. They expand this universe, they expand the character base, there's bigger action, bigger explosions, there is more of everything. But is that generally a good thing? Deadpool 2 starts off with Wade Wilson in a bit of a downer of a moment. His life has taken a turn for the worse, even more so than the first movie, and he is kind of struggling to figure out his place again. He somehow feels a paternal instinct to this boy Russell, who is being attacked by this cyber Terminator-esque bully called Cable, who's from the future and wants to destroy this young boy. And that's pretty much the movie. The movie does feel a little bit as if it's following plot points quite a lot. You know, it feels as if it's one action set piece that kind of gives you a little tiny bit of information that leads to the next action set piece, and it feels like more excuse just to move on rather than necessity to further the plot. It feels rather written out and staged for that fact. It doesn't flow in a kind of natural fashion. But there's nothing really overly natural about Deadpool 2. The humour, like I said, is ramped up again, but this time it's more scattershot. They are trying way harder to fire out so many more jokes, and because of that, not all of them land. In fact, the hit to miss ratio is probably even for everyone that lands. There is one or maybe two that doesn't land. And they go to the superhero well a little bit once too often by trying to poke fun or reference DC, Marvel, whatever. They seem to go back to this superhero tropes and understand that that is the kind of audience they're looking at, the people who are after superhero movies, but they're dating themselves. And in a couple of years, some of this humour is going to feel out of place, you know, an old hat. And that's a problem I have with the movie. The first one felt a little bit more inventive. It felt as if they had to try a little bit harder. Their budget kept getting slashed. They kept trying to have to be creative and make things more entertaining. Here, they have all the money in the world, and it's just, it seems to be, you know, we can do this. We have the money to do it. Let's just do it. And the movie feels a little bit overlong. You get this new addition of the Cable character, who is very Terminator-esque, from the future robot coming back to destroy young John Connor, Russell, and he's a nice addition to the movie. But because him and Deadpool are so odd throughout the majority of the movie, you don't really get the kind of interaction that you're hoping for, because you have this overly elaborate, self-referential superhero and this stoic cyborg type person who is a straight man in this pairing. And just seeing these two having to be on the same side, having to work together, you feel as if there would be more inherent comedy in this pairing than there actually is in the full movie. But that doesn't say that the movie is a failure. It's not. It has wider scope, and it feels as if it touches on several genres throughout the movie. You do get some drama aspects, some comedy aspects, you get a small prison movie for part of it, you get superhero aspects, you get big action set pieces which are better than the first movie. They are more varied, they are definitely exciting, exhilarating, kinetic, and generally really interesting to watch. There are some really fun moments in this movie that when I think back to, I think of Baby Legs, or I think of the creation of the X-Force team and their first mission, which just words can't describe. Simply perfect in this movie. But it's a movie with flaws. It's not the perfect movie. I mean, I way up to the first one, I kind of lean towards Deadpool 1 as being my favourite of the two, but that's because I've seen that more and I've grown to kind of tune to the flow of that movie. Maybe in a year or so, when I've watched Deadpool 2 a couple of times, maybe I'll come round to being more even-handed with these two movies. Still, I'd be interested in seeing a Deadpool 3, and it's always good to get these kind of subversive movies within the superhero genre. They're starting to poke fun at themselves, and it kind of fits that aesthetic. For me, Deadpool 2 got 3.5 out of 5. A good movie, one that I will go back to and check out again, just maybe not in a rush. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movie. Let me know in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.